For 22 years I have lived in Clovis, located in the Central Valley of California. To the east is the Sierra Nevada mountains, some of the most beautiful natural scenery in the world. I always wondered what was beyond all that beauty. Another world, maybe? There are no roads that could take me there directly. The road stops at the Sierras. But I heard stories of what is out there.
Is that you making all the noise? Holy shit!
A desert world with a disturbing past. I had to go see it for myself. I went on an adventure with my friend Donna. I wanted her to see it as well. When we got there, we ended up in a small town called Tonopah.
Later on, after the tour and everything.
Oh, it's so cool.
Down here and take some pictures and all this stuff.
There you go, look at that. Look at me.
Oh yeah, that's a cool picture. Yeah, we could probably
Stop by over here so we can take pictures. But the place I was looking for was further down. The name of the town is Goldfield. Goldfield began in 1902 when the miners in Tonopah had discovered a massive gold ore deposit from this new site. The city immediately grew to accommodate the thousands who moved in to be part of the gold mining operation. Bankers, miners, politicians, and prostitutes. The city became the largest in Nevada by 1908 with 27,000 residents. But in 1923, a fire broke out and destroyed much of the city. Hotels and businesses crumbled. Very few of the buildings of that time were spared. The city would not recover. One of the surviving buildings is the Goldfield Hotel. The hotel would continue to operate until 1945, when it closed for good. Many years later, stories of hauntings would bring the hotel back from obscurity. There's the hoist house. That's where we're going to meet the tour guide right there. Probably doing tours already, but
yeah, there's a tour bus parked right in front of it.
an attempted remodel in the 1980s would leave the hotel with unfinished improvements, as I would witness in this tour of the place.
Cover it with hardwood. Yeah, it'll be pretty. That place right there is where the safe was. There's the safe. We're going to make that into the fireplace.
Oh, nice.
That safe housed millions of dollars in its life because this town was lawless. We did not walk down the street for long. And we did not go to your room for long. And at first it really spooked her. She kind of got used to it after she was on and off for 5 years here. And after about 3 years, she finally decided that that's just part of the hotel, you know, she's gonna live here, you're gonna have to live with the ghost. But there was one part that she really never felt comfortable with.
Oh, nice.
Someone else let's do it. So she made the residence over here. This was a lady's sitting room in the evening. This is where they would play bridge and drink their tea and eat their crumpets or whatever they did. These doors closed for the privacy. And this is where Shirley made her residence until she decided that this hallway was full of evil and she couldn't stand living here anymore. So she moved to the other side of the hotel. So this hallway, probably because she was right next to room 109.
Oh, this is 109.
This is where the brick.
No, the lady.
Down the basement.
The lady that was chained.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm trying to remember the story, yeah.
So there's, the biggest story is that, the most well-known story is that George Wingfield, one of the owners of the hotel, got a girl who was a prostitute pregnant. And he paid her to stay away for a long, long time. Finally, she decided that, you know, she's going to have the baby like any day now. And she came to him and said, I need you to fess up and help me with this baby. So he brought her in here, changed her to the furnace, which was over there, the radiator. She had the baby. A few days later, he got rid of the baby and she disappeared. I'll tell you the rest of the story later.
So servants lived here.
Yep. Here than that.
And they had some exposure to the outside through this.
A little bit, yeah.
Is this it? Is this where the brick flew?
No, not yet.
It looks sort of like it.
The room that the brick was thrown looks nothing like the room you see on TV. Because they cleaned it up, took it all out and totally different. Yeah. Started looking in this around in here, she runs from the book. And she was crying up to her mom, look what I found. Her mom came down, found some more. They took them over to the police department. So the police found them to the stairs of the hotel, and the police are going, you know, this is back in the 80s, they didn't do DNA. They're going, these are really old. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
And that psychic that I told you about that came, she said that was Elizabeth's body.
Oh.
The body had been shoved up under these stairs.
So that's why she disappeared. Because she was just killed and thrown there. Oh my God.
So
Poor
this
Elizabeth.
is the room where the brick was thrown. So that and whoever was, that was down there by himself. And he was antagonizing the ghost.
It was Nick.
Wasn't it Nick that was...
Well, Nick was trying to keep his composure, and Zach was like losing his shit. And
Well, so he was antagonizing the ghost. Mr. Winkle, you're crazy, show yourself, blah, blah, blah. And then the brick got thrown and he yelled and tried to get out of the hotel. Went up to the painting store because they were walked in at their request. Went to the painting store, found a window that he opened to down the fire escape.
Oh, to get out because they were locked.
Freaked out.
yeah, that's what they said. They went up and jumped down.
And a couple times after that, Virginia used to give the tours. She said the ghosts were taking it out on her, and she decided not to give tours anymore, and so the hotel has been closed for tours since then. It did for your son. This is the mine shaft. They closed it up.
Of course they did.
Yep. And this wall here is new. And from what I've been told, that is covering a tunnel going off to the red light district.
Oh.
So you
Yeah, that was a story.
little elevator here, you go off to the red light district, come back, and the wives had no idea that they had even left the building.
Yeah.
And because it was that, it had its own little balcony. And see over here to this window, barely, there's that square brick house. That was the red light district. The little building across the street that's all stone, just the little one with the bad roof.
Yeah.
Not the really the old time one, but the bigger one. That was the jail. And then that square building with the good roof is the main house of the red light district. So the women, the prostitutes would come, and when they were new, they'd stay in that house. There's 6 bedrooms. When new ones would come, they would graduate to what they called cribs. Cribs are little cabins, like one-room cabins big enough for a bed and a sink and a wood stove. And during the flood and the fire, all of the cribs got burned down and flooded away, except for 2 of them. And one was moved onto my property, and I'm making that into a vacation rental.
Oh, cool.
So I'm really excited about that.
So that's the original elevator, and then that was the one they installed in the 80s, right?
Yes.
That's the 80s, that's the original.
And
Wow.
that was never used. The catwalk out to this building over here. This is an elevator shaft. You walk down the catwalk to the elevator shaft and escape the fire from there, which is a horrible idea.
And this was the 80s when they were doing all this,
Yeah.
right? Oh, wow. You're right, it's crazy.
But then they have the fire escape.
It's a long way down, isn't it?
Yeah. Then they can down the fire escape to put them back up, and I don't know what they're going to do with that building. And this out here was in the 82. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But this courtyard out here had vegetable gardens and fruit trees, and it fed the kitchen to the hotel. So this hallway is the family, and this is where Shirley heard little footsteps going up and down the hall. Not just walking, but running. These again were wood. And we're back to the first floor. Over there.
Yeah, the red one.
So when we can walk over to the high school north here.
Yeah, let's walk.
Okay,
Another of the buildings that survived was the Goldfield High School, built in 1907 and operated until 1950. It is a reminder of Goldfield's original architecture. We were also given a tour of this building and were stunned at what we saw.
come on in. Want me to walk in first?
I'll go. I'm ready.
So during its closed years, it also was pilfered and broken into many times, still gets broken into. But they were able to find enough desks and stuff to make a whole classroom.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare sit in any.
Not me. So just bring in here, this is the furnace room. That's creepy. So this is the furnace room. This is cold.
Oh, wow. They're gonna stay open.
Sure.
So this is where that kid died?
Yeah.
Where's that one? A lot smaller girl. Usually that's what they do. 'Cause they're in and out.
Yeah.
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 Now is that chalkboard, green chalkboard, or is that just...
That's not chocolate.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
Looks like it.
It does look like it.
Maybe, I don't know. Look at that one here. The walls are not here. And a tiny little... Yeah, it's super windy, and the shingles up there, the metal up there just clangs.
Oh.
These rooms are huge.
The strong wind outside gave us a haunting experience. I used my phone's camera to capture that moment.
It's in cursive.
It's really old. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So we're thinking 1950s was when this was written?
Probably.
Because nobody would just come in and write all nice like this.
Yeah, no, they would, yeah. And then see that old mugs are here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They were using it for just the grade school, which was from kindergarten to 8th grade. And now we have a school across the street, and we have 25 kids.
Wow.
Wow.
From kindergarten to 8th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unreal anymore.
There's an old, where the students work. I just keep wishing that I could go back and just visit. Just to be, back in time.
Yeah.
If these walls could talk, I'm sure we'd hear a great story. Where the majority of the work was.
To hear the kids and everything.
Yeah.
Imagine what it'd be like to just be here overnight and just listen in and just hear the kids.
Yeah.
How many? Wow, that's... I love that.
So the high school, I mean, at the hotel, I have to stay. According to Red, he wants me to stay with the investigators. But here I don't have to, so I just let him in and let them do their thing. I don't really want to
There's Alice now in here.
Found the highest point of the building. Over here where we are.
Oh, wow, the real one.
Yep. Watch when I move it. He'll close his eyes.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
It's an old barn.
So he was gone for a long time. This is the first time I've seen him again. But look what they've had to do. I mean, this is...
Yeah, this wasn't part of the building, right? This is just keeping it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like the Preston Castle, how it's all caved in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's a lot like that. Yeah, this was pretty fancy for its time.
It really was.
I mean, just the staircase itself.
this? This is all nailed one by one, these little flags.
Yeah,
and then
they
it
have
was plastered over it.
Up in Virginia City and the Washoe Club. See a lot of that, yeah. The way they used to do things back in those days.
Yeah, every wall was plastered at that time, before drywall was invented.
Just in time, my phone's just about dead. Enough pictures.
Oh, your phone is about dead?
Yeah, my phone's about dead.
I was happy to finally see what was out there for myself, finally experiencing what was behind those mountains. One thing is for sure, I will be back for more.